وبعد إقبال ضعيف في الانتخابات الرئاسية الإيرانية حيث بلغت نسبة التصويت أقل من 40% بحسب إحصاءات رسمية، يبدو رئيسي أمام حقيقة فقدانه لتأييد شعبي إيراني.
This is a real fact that only 40% have been participated in the election. And because of this, Mr. Rئيسي has to do something. This fact which you mentioned, and it is absolutely true, is in favor of my argument that Mr. Rئيسي has to do something to compensate this situation. And I personally am not worried about atomic activities in Iran, because Islamic Republic of Iran is ready to come back to atomic deal which we signed in 2015. It means that both sides have to make very difficult decisions. You know, this legitimacy is under pressure. Last time Mr. Rouhani took 24 million votes, and for his first election he received 18 million. Mr. Rئيسي received 17 million. But this is a very important fact that around 25% of people who voted in previous elections, this time they didn't vote. What does it mean? It means that they are absolutely upset. They are angry with the government, with the whole regime, and they are looking for a very immediate action. I don't believe that we have no choice, we have no opportunity to compensate this situation. Why? Because please don't forget that this lack of participation, in my opinion, is mainly because of absolutely unbelievable pressure of United States over Iranian country, Iranian people. You know, since past 4 years, you cannot imagine that how huge and big pressure have been forced over Iranian people and Iranian ordinary life. If you looked at for example, official radio and television of the country, you would see every hour, in my opinion, that they criticized Mr. Rouhani because of lack of, management, lack of activity, lack of everything. Although they knew and they know that most of these problems came from the sanction and embargo of United States. What does it mean? It means that the right wing, in following its goals, has been ready to do anything to make Mr. Rouhani's government, unable to solve the problems. And one very important part of lack of satisfaction among people comes from this fact. What does it mean? It means that right wing in Iran is ready to achieve its goal, is ready to do anything against country. This is the real fact in my country. In his first 4 years era, he has been successful. During 3 years, a GDP growth of Iran came back to 2011, which has been perfect. But immediately after second terms of election, right wing makes some very big problems for the government through Mashhad unrest, if you remember, in December of 2017. And after that, Mr. Rouhani, maybe suppose that if he turn back to right wing, he will take back their support. He made, in my opinion, very big mistake, because he turned back to right wing And through this way, through this action, he lost support of left-wing reformist movement and people, and he didn't receive support of right-wing. He lost both. And immediately after that, sanction of United States came over the country. 2 years after that, we faced two pandemic.